What is going on? Welcome back to the show, Certified True TV. It is March 14th, 2025. Like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about it. Mark Carney, Canada's installed Prime Minister's link to Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell. Woo! That's all I can say is woo! I mean, how come the media is not talking? Like the media puppets are not even mentioning this at all. Like they're not mentioning this at all. It's really crazy. Right? Like they don't have anything to say. Nothing to say. Like the links that he has to Ghislaine Maxwell is pretty eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what we got here. So these are some of the resurfaced photos, as you can see in the thumbnail. But it's really interesting. Hold on a second. I got to put this edit here. Okay. So, I'm just going to say an alleged link because we don't truly know, but I'm just saying there is photos of carbon tax Carney with Ghislaine Maxwell. Canada's Prime Minister-elect Mark Carney looks chummy with Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell in newly resurfaced photos. So this is the New York Post reporting on this. I'm just reading it verbatim. I'm just reading it. Right? March 11th, 2025, 6:23. This is by Alex Oliveira. And it's 393 comments. Okay? So what's going on? Canada's incoming installed Prime Minister Mark Carney has some photos with Jeffrey Epstein's longtime accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, that he'd rather you not see. Oh, more lies? Canada's installed Prime Minister, Mark Carbon Tax Carney, has some photos with Jeffrey Epstein's longtime accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, that he'd rather you not see. And Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail right now. So let's pull that up here. Hold on a second. Let's find out what Ghislaine Maxwell, why is she, even the Daily Mail is reporting on this. Okay, let's switch it and I'll show you the Daily Mail, what they're reporting on. Here's the Daily Mail's article on this same story. Right? The Ghislaine Maxwell photos that haunt Canada's installed Prime Minister Mark Carney. Canada's installed Prime Minister Mark Carney has a Ghislaine Maxwell problem on his hands. Wow. He has a Ghislaine Maxwell problem on his hands. Even though Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand woman and former girlfriend will be locked up until 2042, she still has the potential to wreak havoc on Carney's political future. So only, you know what I'm saying? Like, how come Pierre Poilievre is not mentioning any of this? Pierre Poilievre should be mentioning this. He should be asking the question, what is the link between Mark Carney and Ghislaine Maxwell? Like, he should literally be asking this question. Who Mark Carbon Tax Carney? Right? But is he going to ask it? I don't know. Well, that's the first thing that I would do, because this is politics. This is politics. So it says Carney is the latest politician to be caught with photos with Maxwell, which doesn't bode well for him, considering he and the Liberal Party are down 10 points to the Conservatives in the upcoming federal election. Again, I don't think there's going to be an election. I don't think there's going to be a Canadian election come October. I just don't. I can't see it happening. I just can't see it happening. They have so much dirt on this guy. Do they really want? I think they'd rather not run carbon tax Carney. Like, I think they'd rather not let the whole world know what's going on with what he's doing. You understand what I mean? Like, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, Teran, what's up, man? Right? So, again, this is the craziness. Okay, so there you go. Carney was selected as the leader of the Liberals after Justin Trudeau announced his resignation in January. Still, Carney is an unelected official, having never been voted into office by a popular electoral mandate. This is what I keep saying, installed. They literally installed this guy. After Justin Trudeau resigns, they installed carbon tax carnage. I'll read that one more time. Carney was selected as the leader of the Liberals after Justin Trudeau announced his resignation in January. Still, Carney is an unelected official, having never been voted into office by a popular electoral mandate. So he's an unelected official that is an installed prime minister. Crazy. In photos circulated on social media in January, Carney and his wife Diana were seen alongside Maxwell at the August 2013 Wilderness Music Festival in Oxfordshire, England. Carney was just a month into his new job as the governor of the Bank of England, but looked quite at ease standing next to Maxwell. He was seen wearing a big smile in one of the photos, while in another he was crouching in the grass alongside the woman, who was later convicted for being a child sex trafficker. So Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of being a child sex trafficker, and here he is standing beside Ghislaine Maxwell. Interesting. Diana Carney also appeared to be chummy with Maxwell, seen walking alongside her in one photo. So there's the photo there. So this woman violated children. He's in jail right now. Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail right now. And there's the installed unelected official, carbon tax Mark Carnage, beside her before, in 2013. Crazy. There he is again. That's all someone needs to do, is just print these photos off and give it to people. And I guess Rebel News is interviewing people off the street. I'm going to play you that in a second. And asking people, did you know that he was there with Ghislaine Maxwell? Right? A source close to Carney told the Toronto Sun that Carney was not and is not friends with Maxwell. Though the source did acknowledge that Maxwell went to the same high school as Diana Carney's sister. The source blamed political rival Pierre Poilievre and his campaign apparatus for spreading the reputation-scarring pictures. That's why I said Pierre Poilievre, all he has to just show the Ghislaine Maxwell photos. That's it. There's another example of how Pierre and the advertiser Jenny Bryan have always played politics, and it shows again how terrified they are to fight Mark Carney. I don't believe that. As a child, the woman you referenced went to the same high school as Mr. Carney's wife's sister. While they have bumped into each other in public settings, including the 11-year-old photos you've seen, they are not friends. Approached the Carney campaign for comment on the matter. Daily Mail did. Famous figures who have seen with Maxwell and Epstein include President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew, who resigned from his public duties in 2020. The annual music festival the Carneys were seen attending over 10 years ago is also known as Poshstock. Features a luxury spa, gourmet food, and heated yurts. That year and the years since, the Wilderness Festival has been held at Cornbury Park, which is owned by Lord Rotherwick, otherwise known as Robin Kaiser. And there she is with Jeffrey Epstein. There she is. There's her mugshot. There's her mugshot. There's her out in the courtyard. There's Donald Trump with Ghislaine. Bill Clinton with Epstein, shaking hands. Prince Andrew. It's pretty interesting. Okay, now I can show you the interview off the street by Alexandra. So Alexandra Lavoie, she said, I brought Rebel News billboard truck to Prime Minister Mark Carney's swearing-in ceremony to hold him accountable for dodging reporters asking him to disclose his connections to Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's convicted sex trafficker. So let's listen to what she has to say.
Hey, Alexa Lavoie here in Ottawa with our billboard truck. And today our message is, why was Mark Carney hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell,
Good
Jeffrey
question, right?
Epstein sex trafficker?
Good question.
Of course, you all saw the photo circulating around of the 2013 music festival where Mark Carney had been seen hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted sex trafficker. And do you know where I'm standing?
Sure.
I'm actually just in front of the Rideau Hall where Mark Carney is going to be sworn in a minute. So you can see behind me the gate. They refuse our accreditation.
They're not gonna
You're probably not surprised, but we are here. Follow us.
They're not going to let you in. No, they're not going to let you in. Oh, look at this. Mark Carney says he had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein or his crimes when he met with Ghislaine Maxwell at his sister-in-law's estate, even though Epstein had 7 different phone numbers to reach Carney's sister-in-law, ? And then it shows Mark Carney. Seven different numbers. Interesting. Interesting, right? Okay, here she is asking people, look.
Our message on our truck.
I think it's appalling. I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Why?
For which reason?
Because you're fascists.
See, this is what they do. They label you. She's not making that up. This lady is showing a real photo of Epstein, or not Epstein. I mean, he looks like Epstein. She's showing a real photo of Mark Carney standing with a convicted child sex trafficker, Ghislaine Maxwell, in 2013. A communist kid diddling snow Mexican. Okay, here we go.
Our message on our truck.
I think it's appalling. I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Why?
For which reason?
Because you're fascists. Rebel News is a fascist organization.
Yeah, I
You
don't
don't think that he should disclose his relationship with the convicted sex trafficker?
He's standing beside someone.
Yes, a convicted child sex trafficker. Yeah, Grimsbar, what's going on? You said never trust Carney? Oh, I would never trust him. He's an unelected official. He didn't even serve as an MP. He didn't even serve as an MP. Why would I believe that he's a PM? No, absolutely not. Anyway.
No, I've been seeing also another photo hanging out in the grass.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Get away from me.
No, but
Damn.
you don't think that he should actually be accountable of certain things that he did?
Now, I guarantee if she said that she wanted to like give him a massage.
He's the prime minister.
If she said she wanted to give him a massage, he would have said yes.
Trafficker?
He's standing beside someone.
No, I've been seeing also another photo hanging out in the
You should
grass.
be ashamed of yourself. Get away from me.
No, but like, you don't think that he should actually be
doesn't
accountable
think.
of
He's a
certain
sheep.
things that he did?
Boomer.
He's the prime minister now.
Don't
did he
know,
do?
don't care mentality. Guys, this is the don't know, don't care mentality.
You don't think that he should have?
Tell him what to do. Tell him what to believe. Tell him what is right. Tell him what to feel. Anyone coming to him with new information, this is the photo of Canadians. This is why I think we should become the 51st state, but I digress.
Actually be accountable of certain things that he did. He's the prime minister now.
What did he do?
Just answering the question to disclose the relationship. That's
I
it.
know what rebel news is. I have no respect for you. It's
Damn.
yellow journalism. Turn the camera off.
You don't know.
So number one, sir, you can't tell people to turn their camera off because you have a camera on your gunt, on your stomach, right? You have a camera on your stomach. Can someone come up to you and tell you to turn your camera off while you're taking photos in the public? So you can go and take photos in the public. Nobody comes and tells you to turn off your camera, but because you're upset that someone comes to you with new information, you tell them to turn off their camera. I don't respect you. No.
Even who I am. So you're ready to just call names to someone? Thank you for the finger.
That's what they do. Cowards.
You did a finger to me and call me a fascist. What? Our message on our truck.
I think it's appalling.
So good content, good content, good journalism. Let's see if she has any more. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what this is here.
All contest. Hi, Mr. Poliev, Alexa.
Okay, let's see what she asked.
Hi, Mr. Poliev, Alexa Lavoie for Ribbon News. If you can answer the question in French and in English. So my question is about the liberal contest. The liberals say that nearly 400,000 people registered to vote in their leadership contest, but only 150,000 of those were verified, and they have not explained why nearly 250,000 voters were disqualified or otherwise didn't vote. And the writing by writing results are remarkable. Karina Gould only got 190 votes in her own district, and Chrystia Freeland only received 188.
Corruption, right in your face.
How concerned are you about the integrity
Rules for
of
thee
Carney's
and
mandate?
not for me.
First of all, Mr. Carney has no mandate. He has not been elected by the Canadian people. He's been installed by the...
Okay, didn't I just say this? What did I say to you guys? Didn't I say he was installed? I gotta replay this again. Hold on a second. I'm just looking for... Okay, look at this. Look at that, right there. What did I say? Mark Carney was installed as Canada's Prime Minister. Right there. Now you can hear from Pierre himself saying what I said. That carbon tax Carney was installed, man. Like, that's really, really insane, right? Canada is a corrupt place, man. That's why I think we should become the 51st state. I'm gonna double back on this. Here we go.
Hi, Mr. Poliev, Alexa Lavoie for Ribbon News. If you can answer the question in French and in English. So my question is about the liberal contest. The liberals say that nearly 400,000 people registered to vote in their leadership contest. But
all right, let's do the math. 400,000 people voted. $400,000 people voted in the Liberal contest. Okay?
only 150,000 of those were verified, and they have not.
So only 150,000, 400,000 were verified. Okay? So 400,000 people, I said, I suppose people in the liberal contest, but voted. That's what it was supposed to be. 400,000. I'll just do it again. Okay? Because we do math on this channel. But anyway, 400,000 people voted in the liberal contest. Okay? Only 150,000 of the 400,000 were verified. Okay?
Explain why nearly 250,000 voters were disqualified or otherwise didn't vote.
So the remaining votes were disqualified or didn't count. Wow. So So 250,000 votes didn't qualify to place the vote. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so there it is there. So what happened, right? So 400,000 people voted in the liberal contest because after Justin Trudeau resigned, the Canadian government is prorogued because of Justin Trudeau's failures. So 400,000 people voted in the liberal contest. 150,000 of the 400,000 were verified to be able to vote. And 250,000 didn't qualify to place a vote. And her question is, why didn't the 250,000 not qualify? I mean, that's a pretty good question, right?
And they have not explained why nearly 250,000 voters were disqualified or
Oh, they were
otherwise
disqualified, yeah.
didn't vote.
So
And the writing by
so out of the 400,000, 250,000 were disqualified or didn't vote. And you're not telling me that's corruption?
writing results
Oh my
are
God.
remarkable. Karina Gould only got 190 votes in her own district, and Chrystia Freeland only received 188. How concerned are you about the integrity of Carney's mandate?
First of all, Mr. Carney has no mandate. He has not been elected by the Canadian people. He's been installed by the Liberal establishment and Justin Trudeau's.
It's the same thing with Kamala. Same thing. Yeah, Grimsborough said only 37.5% of voters qualified to vote. Wow. The United States could annex Canada, and we would still be 23 million people short of people extinguished by abortion in the United States. Yep, literally a rat's hair of a super-majority were disqualified. Right, exactly. So the votes that were for somebody else, we're just not going to count them. He was installed. That was it. Now, man, this country's going to go, man.
Has no mandate.
That's crazy.
He has not been elected by the Canadian people. He's been installed. Has no mandate. He has not been elected by the Canadian people. He's been installed by the Liberal
Wow.
establishment and Justin Trudeau's insiders. They prevented people from debating him. They've been hiding from the media because every time he answers questions, he gets caught in lies.
That's
or
right.
says
Every time he answers questions, he gets caught in lies.
incredibly idiotic things. No mandate. He has not been elected by the Canadian people. He's been installed by the Liberal establishment and Justin Trudeau's insiders. They prevented people from debating him. They've been hiding from the media because every time he answers questions, he gets caught in lies or says incredibly idiotic things.
Yep.
As for the Liberal leadership result, those numbers are either just pathetically low because Canadians did not want to vote for a weak, conflicted Mark Carney who had sold out the country by moving jobs and money out of Canada,
Yep.
or they show something more suspicious. But unfortunately, I don't have all the details. All I can say is that is a very small number of people that voted in the Liberal leadership race, much smaller than in ours. We excited people because people thought this is a chance to bring home the Canada that we knew and still love, where you can work hard and have a great life, where you can afford a home and where seniors can put food on their tables, where our streets are safe. That's one of the reasons why I was blessed to receive the biggest number of votes of any leadership candidate in Canadian history.
Yep, that's true. So, again, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. And here is the guy that ruined Canada. He's leaving, finally.
Go take Trudeau! Go take a walk in the snow!
No legacy!
Come on! No, 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 no!